This is a crime map of Tokyo Metropolitan Police showing where crime happens in 2025. Even though Tokyo is one of the safest major cities in the world, still there are crimes happening. When it comes to the crimes that are related to travelers, such as snatching, street robberies, as you see, it happened time to time in some areas in Tokyo. And this red dot is showing where it happened. And you may notice it's concentrated into certain areas in Tokyo. And where we see the most of these red dots is the Kabukicho area, the northeast part of Shinjuku Station, and also the northwest part of Ikebukuro Station, some areas in Shibuya, and near Ueno Station between Uguisudani and Okachimachi Station. Again, still Tokyo is one of the safest cities, and it doesn't really mean it is dangerous. So these are the places where people gathered, so it might be natural that it happens. And one of the common things happening in this area is this is an area that gets busier at night, and daytime is a little more quiet. Especially in this Kabukicho area, there's a nightclub, adult fun places, and as you walk through the city, you see those signs on the streets. It might be depends on where you're from, but it might be not something you are familiar with. And most stores are for Japanese people and you have to be able to speak Japanese, but some stores might be made for international travelers and they talk to you in English, trying to let you go to those places, but you might want to think twice for the safety. My father is a very quiet person, very serious salaryman, but one time when he got drunk, he said one thing that he went to Kabukicho only once in his life, just as an experience as he was young, and he went to the bar with some girls and he lost all money in his wallet. So he never across Yasukuni Street from Shinjuku Station. That means he doesn't enter Kabukicho area. Kabukicho got much better since then. There are lots of international travelers now. There are Godzilla, many hotels are opening. So it's kind of the fun entertainment district with lots of places to eat. So definitely for some people it's a very fun place. However, it's not really the cleanest place of the Tokyo. So when you sometimes see on the social media that Tokyo has fallen or foreign people ruined Tokyo or like short contents talking about Tokyo, it's usually targeting those Kabukicho, certain really small areas or Shibuya. And it's definitely not something happening in all over Tokyo. Once you leave the town really quickly, you can see the quiet, normal, clean Tokyo. So I personally think there aren't much reason to choose there out of lots of other areas of Tokyo, especially for senior travelers, female solo travelers, but travelers with children. So there are similar areas like this in Tokyo, but as long as you avoid those areas, you'll be fine. So if you like more clean place, quiet place that you can stroll around without feeling any kind of insecure feeling, where are good locations? And in Shinjuku, I recommend Nishi-Shinjuku area or South Side. And in Nishi-Shinjuku has a lot of international brand hotels such as Hilton, Hyatt, and there's a famous Park Hyatt Tokyo too. And Japanese brand like Keio Plaza Hotel, Washington Hotel. So lots of choices. So this is Shinjuku Station and Kabukicho is that side. And this is Shinjuku Station west exit. And there's a Nishi-Shinjuku area. A little far away from Shinjuku Station, but some hotels has a express shuttle bus from the station, and many hotels, most of the hotels has a airport bus directly from the Haneda Airport and Narita Airport. And also there's a Tochomae Station when you get around Tokyo. More clean places like near Tokyo Station or Ginza area. And also this Kabukicho area is not really close from the station. When you arrive with suitcases, you have to walk through the busy streets with lots of people dragging suitcases to the hotel, and it's not really close to the station. To get around across the Tokyo, it might be a little bit tiring that you have to walk through the busy area every time you go somewhere. After a long flight, walking through those areas might be a little bit stressful, but in that case, where is a good area to stay? If you like to take a rest right after you arrive Japan, the good idea is stay near the airport or the town. Very good access from the airport. And this depends on which airport you arrive. When you arrive Haneda Airport, there are 3 major hotels in Haneda Airport that you can walk from the terminals. And there's one next to the international terminal is Royal Park Hotel. and Villa Fontaine. And near Terminal 2, there is a Excel Tokyo Hotel. So depends on your flight. If you take ANA, sometimes you arrive Terminal 2. But otherwise, you arrive Terminal 3 for other international flights. So this is a great advantage that you don't have to worry about taking a shuttle bus. You don't have to arrange that. You can just walk to the hotels. And if you take train from Haneda Airport, there are two convenient places. That is Shinagawa Station and Hamamatsucho Station, where you can take Keikyu Railway or Tokyo Monorail. In case of Narita Airport, there are some hotels around the airport, but you have to take shuttle bus unless you take at a capsule hotel called 9 Hours. The hotels in Narita is much more reasonable than the hotels in Tokyo City Center. Some travelers might think if you take bus anyway from the airport, you might want to just get into Tokyo. From next day, you can start early. And from Narita, the easiest way to get to Tokyo is TYONRT shuttle bus, which is a reasonable bus that goes directly to Tokyo Station and runs every 10-20 minutes. And Narita Express going to Tokyo Station, Shinjuku Station, and Keisei Skyliner, which is the fastest to Ueno. So good spot to stay is near Ueno Station, Tokyo Station. Ueno is also very close from Narita Airport if you take Skyliner, but unfortunately there aren't many hotels in Ueno areas. There are lots of small business hotels in the short walking distances. The major hotels like in Shinjuku or in Tokyo has a limousine bus from both Narita Airport and Haneda Airport. So it's a little expensive, but a very convenient way to get to your hotel's lobby directly from your airport terminal. And these buses you can use even if you don't stay at the hotel. The bus is just for the airport users and you don't have to transfer the train in the busy stations. So it's much easier than taking the trains. And of course, if you spare some budget for taking taxi, that is the most convenient. When it comes to the convenience of transportations, it's also good to consider where you are going next. And if you are going to like Kyoto or West Japan by Shinkansen, Tokyo Station and Shinagawa Station is convenient. If you are going to north, like Hokuriku, Hokkaido, Tohoku, staying at either Tokyo Station or near Ueno Station is convenient. So as you see, there are 3 points that are very convenient, both from airport and Shinkansen, and that is Tokyo Station, Shinagawa Station, and Ueno Station. And Ueno is a very interesting area that there's a big park and some downtown and old traditional side, and also there's a really busy side. So it's a really good area to stroll around. On the other hand, Shinagawa is a little bit more like business-like, and there are some Prince hotels, like Shinagawa Prince Hotel and Grand Prince Takanawa and Shin Takanawa. But it's not a place lots of things to see, so it's really just for the transportations. As I was filming in Shinagawa Station, I met my viewer Dino-san from San Francisco. It was really great to see my viewers and thank you so much for talking to me. Where in Tokyo are you staying?
I usually stay, where did I stay last time? At the Groove Hotel in Shinjuku.
Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kabukicho, yes. So I saved all my points and used it there. So yes.
Awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. It's really good to see you. Really good to run into you, buddy. Thank you.
And Tokyo Station is great area. This Tokyo Station itself is a Tokyo Station Hotel by JR, and it's a luxury hotel. And there's a Marunouchi Hotel, Four Seasons Hotel, Ascot Hotel, Palace Hotel, Imperial Hotel, and Peninsula is all nearby these areas. Tokyo Station itself is like a big shopping mall, lots of places to eat and to do shopping, like Tokyo Character Street. On the west side is like a business area, but there's a Imperial Palace that you can see, the Imperial Palace East Garden. And east side has more stores and department stores, like there's some shopping district like Nihonbashi and Ginza. And also you can walk to Tsukiji. You can explore a lot around Tokyo Station. But up to here we talked about the cleanness, safety, and convenience. But for some travelers, travel is not about cost or safety or convenience. It's more about excitement, emotional experience, and feelings. In that kind of case, these areas like Tokyo Station or Nishi Shinjuku can be a little bit boring. When I was walking in the Ginza station, one Western family came out from the subway station, and I still remember it was like 5 years ago, but it's like we are back to our country. I want to go somewhere else. I understand because there are lots of brand shops and it's mostly for Japanese people. Depends on travelers. It can be a little bit like why we are here. And of course, actually, Ginza has lots of things like a Japanese kind of companies, brand shops, and museums, and lots of local food shops from across Japan. And something that I talked about a while ago in Ginza videos. So in that kind of case, good area to stay is definitely Asakusa. Asakusa has lots of traditional atmosphere and lots of souvenir shops, something you don't see in other parts of Tokyo. And second one is Ueno area. It has lots of temples in the park and cemetery. And the cemetery maybe you want to see. There's a nice contrast of the busy towns and parks with nice shrines and temples in the parks. It's definitely a unique area that feels Japan. And also for young travelers, going to Shibuya, like busy neon streets, and even in Kabukicho, where I talked earlier, with some nightclubs, can be more interesting. So Shibuya has lots of neon streets that you can explore, and even at night you can go out and feels like Neo Tokyo. And Kabukicho is again it's a little bit messy areas, but always lots of people and busy. And so my Asian friend one time said that he has to stay near Shinjuku station or near Kabukicho because he always feel like it's a center of everything going on. If you stay in other parts of Tokyo, he kind of feels lonely as a solo traveler, and he end up coming to walk around Shinjuku. So that is something to consider that every traveler has a different values. And the hotel price tends to get cheaper and cheaper if you stay away from the major areas. Sometimes it can be random suburbs, it can be warehouse district. As long as it's near the station, it might be okay. But it's also good to check the street view and see what the area looks like. Especially if it's far from the station, it can be some areas that turn you down or can be a bit lax of the travel feelings. So thank you for watching. I hope you find the best place to stay in Tokyo, and please share that if you have any place you like to stay in Tokyo. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great week until the next video.